Hey, I'm Maya, aka the Million Dollar Scholar, and as a high school senior, I was offered over $1 million in scholarships. My story even made the front page of the Maryland Gazette newspaper. And I made this channel to show you my scholarship secrets and strategies and to help you get more scholarships too. So let's go. PhD scholarships. Hello, I'm back today to talk about PhD scholarships and fellowships and other funding opportunities for doctoral studies in the United States. So, I have some good news, and that good news is about a month ago, I found out that I was admitted into a PhD program in the Department of Computing and Information Science at Cornell University. So it's really exciting. But what's even more exciting is that I'm fully funded for this program. I was offered several fellowships and other funding packages to attend for 5 years. So I'm fully covered for 5 years. So what I'm going to do now is take my experience from getting scholarships in undergrad and put it with my experience with getting money for graduate school now and try to address this topic about PhD scholarships and funding. So based off of my understanding, it's harder to get into a PhD program than it is to fund one in the United States. I'm really not sure how it works yet in other countries, maybe like in Europe and Australia. But in the United States, if you actually can get into a PhD program, more than likely you will not have trouble going when it comes to finances. Usually, students who get in a PhD program in the United States don't have to worry about funding it because a lot of times, most of the times, universities allow students to be teaching assistants, research assistants, and they give fellowships to the students that they admit into their doctoral studies and into their PhD programs. Okay, so that's a great thing. But there's a warning. So I went to an event. I went to speak at an event about 2 weeks ago. I went to talk about scholarships, and a young man came up to me and he had a question, and he showed me an acceptance letter he got from a university for a PhD program. And the problem was that PhD program did not offer any funding, like at all. Any. And I said, that doesn't really sound right because another PhD student at the event was there and she had gotten full funding too. I mean, full funding and a stipend. So at the end of the day, the school was paying her to get a PhD, right? That's how it's supposed to be. So I ended up telling him, don't pursue that because if they're not going to pay for you, that's not really a good sign. If there's ever a university that admits you into their doctoral program or PhD program and they don't have any funding for you, that's not a good sign. Something's not right there. Because in the United States, most doctoral programs have funding for their PhD students. Another thing I would like to address is that getting scholarships and funding for a master's program is a little different. And on average, it's a little more challenging to get a scholarship or fellowship or a full tuition funding package for a master's program. So there's a little trick that I've come to know about, but you didn't hear this from me. You didn't hear it from me. But there are students who will apply to a PhD program knowing that that doctoral program will be fully funded and then stop at the master's level. There are doctoral programs where the master's is included in the program. So you get your master's along the way. There are people who will start a PhD program just so they can get their master's fully funded for free, pretty much. I'm pretty sure that the university doesn't like this. So I'm not sure what type of consequences go along with this, but I've heard of people doing this. And yeah, I know of a famous fellowship for doctoral students. It's called the Ford Foundation Fellowship. You should look that up. I might put a link in the description below. But yeah, so this is my scoop on PhD scholarship so far. When I learn more, when I start my program this fall, I will be sharing more. But until then, please ask any questions you may have. I can go research, I can go find out. And comment below, and please subscribe to the channel. Feel free to reach out. I'm available. And yeah, have a great day. There's even better information and strategies that will help you get paid to be a student and get a lot more scholarship money. Now, with that said, I have something very valuable to share with you. I put together an ebook that shows you the exact steps I took to get over $1 million in scholarships as a high school senior. The ebook is 100% free and you can access it by clicking the link below in the description. Or you can type into your browser www.scholarrevolution.com. Again, you can type into your browser www.scholarrevolution.com. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like this video.